So my name is Rei, I'm 21 and I'm from New York, but I'm currently studying in Cornwall, UK. So I started out as a photographer, but the more I've been kind of studying the course, I'm really drawn to moving images. When you show someone a photo, it's kind of, a lot of it is up to their interpretation as to what's happening. But in video, there's a bit more context to what's happening and, specific behaviors. And I find that a lot of people who don't specifically have a connection to the ocean find it more engaging. So that's something that I'm thinking about. I shoot underwater because I want to kind of share the ocean with people who don't necessarily have access to it. So growing up in New York, I grew up around the ocean, surrounded by the sea, but I never actually was immersed in it. And so I think through my work, I want to kind of share it with people who might not have exposure to it. I would say my favorite photo is an octopus shot that I got in Porth in the UK. So over the summer this year, there is a huge octopus bloom. And it's quite rare for that to happen in that area, but because that had happened, there were certain dive sites where you were basically guaranteed to see octopus. And that was one of my first times seeing octopus on a dive. So I brought all the kit, strobes, everything. But that one shot that I got, my strobes didn't fire. But because of that failure, it kind of turned into a really nice ambient light photo. So it's not a natural colored looking picture of an octopus. It's actually quite warm and just red, orange, brownish. But everything in that shot, just aesthetically, the octopus kind of in the middle, and then you can see all the stuff in the background, like the starfish, and then just the lighting coming through the kelp in that shot, as well as the kind of warm colors, make it really special for me. And so it's kind of a failed photo that turned into one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I'd say that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For me, no matter where you're located, even if you feel far away from the ocean or if you feel disconnected from it, it does connect to where you are to some capacity. And the life that lives in the ocean, as much as it feels like a completely different world, like an alien world, they do need us, and we need to protect them. And there are ways to connect to nature and the sea. For me, why the ocean is it kind of appeared in my life at a very unexpected time. And around that sort of time, I was also struggling with a lot of mental health issues. And then I found that the ocean kind of calms me down in that way. And so I think a part of it was the fact that being in the ocean and thinking about the ocean, whether it was marine life or just scuba diving, it kind of blocked out that part of my brain that was always really loud and noisy for me. And so I'm kind of drawn to that silence of just focusing on the ocean. So I know it's not necessarily like a conservation message that I'm saying, it's a very personal thing. But for me, it's just, I like that silence in my head, where I don't have to think about any of those things that previously really affected me growing up, I think.
That was great.
Yeah.